Bring him in, guys. Bring him in, guys.
Starting the last car.
Starting with last one.
Hey, I don't see grenade.
Yeah. I don't have to take that and go home and take it. Yeah, I know. Yep. Yeah.
Out of here.
You talking to me? Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not trying to go to the doctor for your hand. That's weird. I did that.
Your wife is telling you can't hear? Huh? Yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah, how'd you know? I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Weird. Is there a bill for that? You can take a drink, it might get worse. Is there going to be a also, you got to wake them up though. Oh. There you go. Get them out of here. It's a little rough. I haven't had to hear the Those batteries good? I don't think we have another battery. Yeah. Those are no good. This is supposed to rain Saturday?
Both ways, Saturday, Sunday. But I'm not sure.
Sunday what?
We don't next week, but they have a locksmith, there's a locksmith on site.
No, I mean, good ones that keep already.
Some that have keys, they don't charge that.
It's like Long Beach. Good luck finding
Yeah.
150.
I know. It's gone down Saturday, 45%.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome here to Keystone Forum, our weekly Thursday evening auction. My name is Ron. If we have any issues during the sale, let me know. We'll do what we can to get you back on track. Do keep in mind, everything is sold as this position. At this auction, we do not give any guarantees, warranties of any kind, either express nor implied, as to the make, the model, the year, the color, or anything else. So what you see is what you get. That's why we have some time. Come in, take a look, and then make an intelligent decision as to what you wish to pay. All right, keep in mind also that everything is sold on lien sale paperwork unless we tell you otherwise, in which case you may be entitled to it or perhaps the seller's title. Cars that come in with keys, we do not charge for those. If we make a key in order to start a vehicle, why that key charge will be added on to your purchase price, so keep that in mind as well, okay? And don't forget about that 10% parking tax and that platform fee, because that will be added on to your purchase price. You pay everything else at DMP, all right?
Private sale.
And don't forget, we have another sale coming up next week on Tuesday evening, okay? So we'll have two options next week, one Tuesday evening, one Thursday evening. We can get some of these cars off our lot here. All right, and we do have another car for sale over there. If you want to take a look at this one here, what is that thing? Camry car or something?
Chevy Cruze.
Chevy Cruze, there you go, Chevy Cruze. Okay, let us know what if you don't like the price on the window, let me know if you have an interest, and we'll make an offer on it, see what happens, okay? All right, we'll try to get your cars out tonight if we can. If not, don't forget, we'll be open here till, we open up at 8 a.m. tomorrow, all the way to 12 noon. If we can't get you out before 12 noon, we will be assessed a penalty fee equal to a day's worth of storage. So, don't let that happen, okay? All right, now we do have quite a few cars tonight, so I don't want to be late or anything, no old dingy bitty. Okay, so just get your hand up and let's get it on. All right, here we go. Here's number one. Got pulled out. That was fast. Number two. Which are all like that. Here's 2012 Chevy Hope guys. All right. There it is. Quarter hundred pounds. What do you do here? How about $500? 5, 2, 2.25, half. How about 250, 50, 250, 250, 50, 75. I'm gonna go 275. How about 275? I'm gonna go 275, 275, 300. How about a quarter? How about 40, 3, bring it a quarter, bring a half, now 75. How about 75? You're gonna go 375, $400, not 4, 375, 4. How about 400, 200 here, 4 now, quarter. And a quarter is over here, 425, and now a half. How about 50? Gonna go 50, 50. Come on, guys, let's go. How about 200, 50, 50, 50, 50, so we're saying 425, number 6 is higher, right? Here we go, on the next card, there's number 3 card. Hey, comes the 14, Chevy here. All right, there it is. Let's see here. Oh, it's scratch right here. I already find out, somebody give me about 500. Give it a quarter. How much give it a quarter, and 73, and a quarter here, I get, you got 3? 275, 3. How about 3 here, number 3, we sold it, 10, 275, number 6 is on the here, 4, here comes the 25 Volvo. And let's see what we got here. That's what I thought. I read it fine. Hey, what you see is what you get, right? It's pretty smell, just the way you like to buy it. Right? Here we go. We'll get 5, 6. I got 6, 607. We're gonna go 7, 7, 6 and a half, 7, 750. Now 50, now 800, 50, 50, gonna go 59 here, 9 here, now 50, gonna go 50, 59, 50. Now 1,000, then 1,000, go to 50, gonna go 50, 50, now 1100, now 11, 50, now 12. I'll go from here now half, 13, 13, now half. I got 13 over here, 13 out of 50, 50 right here, 14, now half, I have 15, 15, that's on the half. I got 15, 15 and a half, 16, 16, now half. I got a half, I got 16 on site, 16 out of 50. That was 50 right here, now 17, now 15, gonna go 50, 50, now 18, 18 and a half, 19, now half. How about a half? And now 2 grand, now half. I got 50, 50 on my roll. How about this down to the 50, now on the 50, now 2, 2, 2, 22, here, now the 50 over here, the 3. I got 3 in the 50, in the 4 here, now 15, in the 5, and the 25, another, now half, and now 6. How about 6, now a half on site, now 7. How about 7, now half, now 8, but I got 48, now half, now 9, but I got 9. And now half, and 3 grand, but I got 3 here, give me 3. How about 3 here, it is, now 1, now 2. How about 2, how about 2, now 3, now 4, how about 34, 35, 36. How about 36, 7, 7, now 8, gonna go 8, now 9, 30, now site, 4 grand. And then now 1, now 2, 42, you got 200, now 3, 43, 4, 44. And now 5, 45, 46, what do you say, now 7, now 8. I got 8, now 9, 40, now site, 5 grand, 51, 52. How about 2, 3, 53, 4, 54, 5, 96. And 6, 7, 57, 58. I got 8, I got 7 right here. I need 8, 800, now 9, 9, now 6, 6 grand. And 1, 61, now 2, you got 2, 2 here, now 2, now 3, now 4. How about 64? Come on, guys, let's go. 64, 65, 66. How about 66, 67, 67, 68, 69, 7 grand. And 1, 71, 2. We're gonna get 2, 2. And 3. We're gonna get 3 to 4. 74. How about 74? We're gonna get 4. We're gonna get 4, 4, here, 4, where now 5, 75 on site. And 6. I do. How about 76? 76 and 3. We're gonna go 600, 600, 70, 77, 78. How about 78? How about 78? 78. Now 9, 9 here, now 8. 8 grand. 8 grand. Now 1, now 2. How about 2? We're gonna get 2. 82. 81, 82, what about 82, 82, 83, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 88, 89, 9 grand, 91, 92, 3, and 4, now 5, now 6, now 7, now 8, and 9, 10 grand, 10, 2 and a half, 10, 5, 10, 7 and a half, 11,000, 11, now 2 and a half, now 5, 11, 5, 11, 7 and a half, 12,000. Certainly, you're gonna have to step aside so you're blocking an idea there. And I got 12 grand, 12, then 2 and a half, right here, 12, 5, 12, 5, 12, 7 and a half, 13 grand. How about 13, now 2 and a half, now 13, 5, 13, 7 and a half, and 14, now 2 and a half, now 14, 5, 14, 7 and a half, and 15, now 2 and a half, now 5, 7 and a half, 16 grand. 16, 2 and a half, 16, 5, 16, 7 and a half, 17,000, 17, 2 and a half, 17, 2 and a half, 17 over here. How about 17, 2 and a half? How about Yes, no, when we have sold it. That's 17,000. Number 4 to Meyer, number 4 to Meyer. Right here's number 5. Then here we go with an old 7 out of the 8-4. You know how the magic figure around here, guys. Take on the title here. Take on the title on this. All right, here we go. It's even better. More time. How about $500? I get $500. I get $300 for the half. 350. And up 50, 50. You gotta go 50. Sold it 10. 325. It's already gone. Number 6 is somebody. Guys, gotta wake up. Here's number 6. That's a 2015 smart card. All right, you know how the magic. What do you pay? £1.10. Over $1,000 going on. Need. Wake up. The options tonight. I got 3. Can I get a quarter? 3.5. I get 175, 74, $400, and a quarter, and a quarter. I got 4.5, 75. I got 5.5, 6, 600, no 7, and and 1,000, and 11, no half, now 12.5, 13, 13.5, you want a half? No. I got 13 over here, 13 has that 15, gotta go 50, 50, 50, 13 has that 50, and be somewhere 10. Oh, that's 75, 14. They snuck in, 14. 14? But 14, so one line, 1375, right? There we go. Online people, I told you, do not bid, let them believe. All right, here we go, here's number 7, right, Johnny? Here it is. There's another 6, next is like a 3 model. And number 7, really gotta get it. That's the annual 350, okay? And here it is. Somebody get up on how much? Who got $900? $900, 3 a quarter. I'm the 3 a quarter, and the quarter, down here, a quarter here, 3 a quarter, half. I got half. You woke up. 3 a quarter, 350, you gotta go 50, 50, 350, 50, 50, 50, and we have sold at 325. Number 8 is the buyer. Here's the 8 star on 143 there. All right, that's your part. And let's see here. Yeah, there it is. We have what? Quarter. Not forty, 75, not 40, here, 6, 6 half, 75, 7, and a quarter, and a half, here, 75. And 88, quarter, and here, a half a line, now 75, 9, now a half, now 1,000, now a half, now 11. How about 11, that is? Okay. 1.5, and 12, and a half, and 13, and a half. And 14, now 14, 14, 14, now 9, 15, I got 15, 15, now I got 15 and a half on line, 16, 16, now and now 17, but 17, gonna go 17, now 17 and a half, 18, but 18, gonna go 18, now and 19, but 19, now half, now 2. But 2, we're gonna get 2 grand, now half, now 1. But 20, now over here, but 2, 100 now 22, another. And 22, we're gonna get 2, we're gonna get 2, we're gonna get 2, down here, now half over here. You'll leave something, 22, 2.5, now 3. How about 23, 22 and a half on site, 23, kick first, you're up. How about 23 now half, 23 and a half? 23 had a 50, 23 here, 23 had a 50, 54. How about 4, 23 and a half on site, 24. How about 24 down there, 24 down there, 24, I'm gonna get 4 here, we have sold. That's 2350 number, 22 number, 41 the buyer. So 141. Okay, right, come on up, my friend. Sign up here, here we go. There we go, 2015 Audi A3. All right, and then let's see here, what are you gonna pay? Pretty good one. 55, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. I got 1, 2, 13, 14, you get 14, I got 14 and a half, and 15 and a half, 16 and a half, 17 and a half. I got 17 here, 17 and a half, 18 and a half, 18 and a half, you're all off, I got 18 and a half, 19, How about 19? We're going to go 19. Now half. How about a half? I got 19 over here. I've got a half here. Now 2, 2 grand. You're going to get 2, 2 grand. 19 and 2. How about 2? You're going to get 2 here. So okay. At 1950 online. Okay. Hey, sir, I need you to come up to the window. I thank you very much. Three, Mercedes, COP, 30 miles. And let's see what we got here. I got my pound here, about 3, 4. And 4, 3, 3, 43.5, 75. What about 75? And 43, 43, and the quarter. How about 4, now, 75. I got 4.5, 75 pounds, a quarter and a half. How about half? How about a quarter here? How about a half? Okay, 75, 6. I got 600. I got 6, now 40, 40, now 650. And 50, 50, I'm going to go 50, no 75, no 7, 100, no 7, 17, no 7, not quarter. And a quarter right there and a half, 7.5, we're on site, 7 1/4, 7.5. How about a 50, I'm going to go 50, 57, I'm going to go 50, 50, 50, and I have subtract for 7 and a quarter, number 8 is about, there's about 7. Quarter, how many? Here, what do you say? How much? I'm gonna go $500 here to Candy Car, 3, 3 and a half, 350. I got 3 and a half, 75, and a 4, 5, and a 5. I got a half, 75, and a quarter, half, 75, 6 and a quarter. I got 6 right here, 6 and a quarter, now half, huh? And 75, 7. How about 7, give it 7, 7, 675 outside, that's 7. Okay, you said, now quarter, now half, I got 7 quarter right here. Okay, I got a half, 75, 8, now a quarter. I got 8 outside, 8 a quarter, and a half, and 75, and 9, and a quarter, and a half, and 75, and 1,000, and a half, and 11. How about 11? 11? How about 11? I got 10 and a half, I got 11 a quarter, 11 and a half, and 75, 12. How about 12? 12 and a quarter. You got a quarter, there it is, now half, now 75. How about 1275? So what I have right here. How about 75? You're gonna go 1275. How about 75, 75? Silver tank right there. That's 1250. You see, put on 40. One is to buy a 100 yes. And this is beautiful far side. How to manage to go around here? Hey, let's see here. Hey, everybody, not good. I got 3, 3 and a half, 4. I got 4.5, 3, 50, 50, the pound, there, 50, I got 50, 50, I got pound, there, a quarter, a half, and 75. How about 75, each 5.5, 75, 6, and a quarter and a half. I got quarters on site, 3.5 guys. How about 650, 50, 650, 650, and we are trading now, 75, 7, 7, and a quarter and a half. I got 175, 775, 7.5 here. How about 775? I'm gonna go 75, 775, 75, and I silver tank. That's 750, number 3 divider, right? Here's the car, all the time. You got a problem now, should have been right here, what are you gonna do here? Four? You want 4, you want 3, right? 3 and a quarter. A quarter and a half. I got a half, 75 on the whole, and a quarter and a half over here, 75 on the 5 and a quarter. And a half, that's 75, and a 6, and a quarter and a half, 75, and 7, and a quarter, and a half, 75, 75, 75, 8, now a quarter, now a half, and 75, and 9, and a quarter, half, 75, 1,000, and 1,000 ago, 1,000 ago, 1,000 on mine, and a quarter, and a half. How about a half guys, he's 10 a quarter here. How about 1,050, 1,050, 50, 50, and we 50, no 75, no 11, 11, a quarter, 11 a quarter, no, 11 a quarter. How about 11 a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, he's taking it on. 11 a quarter, 11 and a half. How about a half? He came back, 11 a quarter, 11 and a half, right? 11 and a half. 11 and a half, is that yes? 11 and a half, okay, that's 75, not 12. I got 12, 12 and a quarter, 12 and a half. How about 1250, now 75? How about 75, 12 and a half right here, 12, 75, we're going to go 75, go 75, 75, now 13, 13 and a quarter, and a quarter. He likes the color. I got 13 and a quarter. How about a quarter and a quarter here, you know, we sort of the front row. For $1,300, number 145, okay? $8 here, number 4, 24, two shares, 400, to the minus, maybe any time you time. How about time to go, time to go? I see time to retire. How about time to the dollar? He said, three to four, 3.5. I got 350. Then I got 50 with some, four, what do you say, four to dollar, 375, four. How about $400, four, not quarter, two, even high, 450. And 50, 50, let's go 50, 450, 450, that's 75, $500, not five, 475 here, and he five. But banana, right, you gotta go find, there's silver thing. Oh, 75, number 6 is, number 15, here comes an old car. I'm not gonna get, for about a minute, 90, 100, straight in the quarter. And a half, and 75 on the whole and a quarter. And a hand, 75 half, $500 on the quarter and a half. And 75 and 6, and 40 and a half, 75. And 7 now, 41 and a half, now, we now have now, 9 now, have now, 1,000 and a half. And 11 now, have 11 and a half, now, 12. And 12, 11 and a half here, I need 12. How about 12 now, half here, 13, 13, now half, 14, and a half, and 15, you gotta go 15 and a half, 16 and a half, and 17 and a half, and a half, 17 sitting down, 17 and a half, 17 and a 15, a 50, 15, a 50, and I, okay, so they're gone, so 1,700, like I said, you bought it, 1,700. So, you want it? Maybe you can't do that here. That's not the way. Siete. Bien siete. Siete. No, no. Okay. How much? 12. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. Gotta be serious. You have 14. 14. 14. 13. 13. 13. 13. 15. And now over there. 14. 15. 15. 14. 15. Number 8. Okay, so put your hands up, let's see, okay? Here we go, you open one. Here we go, number 16. There we go. We like to keep it fun here, okay? There's no fun figure, we have four, right? It does run, four door, on the edge, figure the ride, give you Thompson. On the back four, how about time to go? I got five, 5.5, 5.5, six, now a half. 6.5, and 7, it was 7, and now a half, and 8, now a half, and 9. How about 9 to 9, now a half, 11.5, now a thousand, now a half. How about a half, now 11, 1,100, now 11. I got 10 and a half on the side. How about 11? It was 11. And now a half. How about a quarter? I got 11 right there. 11 a quarter, now a half. 11, he's a quarter, there's a half. How about a 50, 50, 11, 50, 50 now, 75, 75. How about 75, 75, 11 and a half here, 11, 75, 12. How about 12, get it 12, real go simple. How about 12, 12, 12. Is that yes or no? You guys are pumping, I don't know what you guys are doing. 12, 12 and a quarter. About 12 and a quarter, 12 here, 12 and a quarter. How about 12 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, down here, three, and so forth. $1,200, from number 40, number 40 is 15. Here we go with the that is one. For them, manage to not here, what do you which is very, very hard. Other for the half, we have a 50, 50, or 70 pounds, 75, 400 dollars, not quarter and a half, what a half. And 75 on the pound, 100 dollars, not quarter and a half, here, 75 on the set, and a quarter, and a half, 75, 75 set, now a quarter, and a quarter half, 7 and 75 each, now quarter, here, a half here, 875. 875, 8.5 here, 875, 875. 8,000, now a quarter, I got 1,000 there, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half. 75, 75, now 11, how about 11, 10, 65, I need 11. I got 11 to quarter, you can do like the babies, man, come on, 11 and a half, 75, 11, you're 11 and a half, you guys are together? Okay, you guys are 11 and a half, 11.75, now 12, now a quarter, I got 12, sir, 12 and a quarter. 12 and a quarter, quarter of that, 12 and a half, 12.75, now 13 and a quarter, and a quarter, 13 up here, 13 and a quarter. How about 13 and a quarter, and a quarter here, and we're going to celebrate the front row. At $1,300, that's let me see your back. How much of the one you please? We want to smile, that's it. Here's number 18, here we go, here comes, two times. Right, you know how the guy said around here, he said, 3 grand, oh, 300, 3 and a quarter. And I got 3 and a quarter, what do you say? How about 3 and a quarter and a quarter and a quarter here, now silver tank, 300 and is higher. Here's Charlotte, and I'll see my price of PCT shirt, order on, that's 3 specs, and this one, are you gonna get about another $600? That's 6, you said, 3 and a quarter. I'm not going to call them the quarter did the quarter. No, very good here. You say, I'm not going to get 50, 75. I got 3.5 in the front row, 375 on 4. I'm about 4, you want 4, not quarter, not quarter. I got 4 over there. I'm about 4 and a quarter, okay, 4 50, now 75. How about 4.75, okay, no 5, I got 5 in the number, huh? You want to go find right here at 5, a quarter, and a quarter, I'm so safe now. How about 5 and a quarter? How about 5 and a quarter? And a quarter and a quarter here, we're going to summertime. They're $500, and see, 30 is, all right. Come on up. This is pretty much to the window, okay? Number 20, 93, Chevy, C, one time, 3,500 miles. You're going to manage to get around here. What do you say about mine? What about 800? How much is it? What? Here, let's get that. I got 3, you're going to go to 3.5, 75. How about 75? I'm going to go 75. 375, 400, a quarter. And a quarter, he's in the quarter. Quarter, half, quarter, half. What was it? What time is 75? How about 75? You're going to go 375, I got 3.5, a quarter. And a quarter, it's over here. I'm going to quarter. Quarter, half, I'm going to half, I'm going to half. And right here, 175. I got 6. How about 6? 600? And now a quarter, I got 6 over here now. How about 6 and a quarter? 6 and a quarter, and a quarter, quarter, now here, quarter here, 6 and a quarter, and we're going to summertime. For $600, $600. Remember, there's it, 1, 2, and they'll come right up. Here's number 21. And see here, we got on the civic card. I was doing books on key card here. This one, okay? I got 3 to start, 3 to quarter. I'm like 3 to quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, quarter here, 3 to quarter. Here now, 3 to quarter, now 75. I'm about 75, going to go 375, going to go 375, 75, and we have silver tank, $350. Guys, title here, this side, all right? Are you gonna get 3 and a quarter? I got 3 and a quarter, and a quarter here, and a quarter now, and 75. How about 75? 75 $400 and a quarter. And a quarter is over here, quarter half, now 75, all right? How about $500? 5 here, you need a quarter, 5 and a quarter, five's up here. How about 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, you need a quarter now, huh? And now a half, we find what half on line, 75, by 75. How about 75? Here goes 75, by 75, by 75, 6. How about 6? Don't get like an old lady, just get like a man, okay? 75, 6, 600. How about 6 and another silver thing over here on site? 575, 575. Number 48, take the moment, please. And here we go. Under 23 products. $4 on amendments, what do you do? You pay the quarter. How about 3 and 1/4? And, 350, 3 and 1/4 is that. I got 350, 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, 75, you're gonna go 75, we're gonna have it in the middle. How about 75, 400 and 1/4, and 1/4, he's in the 4 and 1/4, 75. How about 75, we're gonna go 75, 500, 1/4. I got 5 here, 5 and 1/4, financial over here. How about 5 and 1/4, down here, we have soda tank, 500, number 40, 500, tomorrow. All right, 400 minutes, get them around here, hey, let's see here. How about $6? I got 3, you take it a quarter here, quarter, what do you do, you take it a quarter, huh? I got 375, we're gonna go 375, I'm saying, 75 of that, now 4. I'm up to, 400 and 1/4, 40 here, half, and now 75, now 500, 475. How about 500, 500 here, now, 40, 40 now, half. How about half? How about quarters over here? 550 where? How about 550? We're gonna go 50, 50, 50, 50 here. We only on site for 5 and 1/4. Is we got 155, 155. Right? Other 25, there's only 3. 400. How about they get about 3 3 and 1/4? Come on, special, go on. 3 3 and 1/4 half. I got a hand, 75 and 1/4, 1/4 and a half, and 75 and 5 and 1/4 and a half, and 75, no 6, and 1/4 and a half, and 75. How about 75 now, 7, now 1/4, now a half, now 75. And now 800 now, quarter now, half, 75, and 900 now, quarter here, mine's over there. How about 9 1/4, 1/4 here, quarter here now, half. I gotta have my 75. How about my 75? Money's here, here, 975, thank you. How about 75, we're going to 75, here, so be gone, so it's at 950. See you next week. Number, is, we got number 26. Let's see what it is. Yes, it's got a bid, right? There's 2016, that's the other previous card. All right, it's $400, 80 bucks for the key chart here now. This one here, sugar, and those one too. Those starting off at 1,000. 11. How about 11 here, 11 pounds, we're gonna go for another here, pounds, 11 and a half, not pounds, now half, 13. How about 13, 13 and a half, 14, 14, 14 and a half, 15 and a half, and 16 and a half, and 17 and a half. 18 and a half, 19 and a half, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 27, 27, 28. 28, 27 front row, 20, okay, fine, 28. 28, now half, now 9 and a half. I got 20 and a half, 3 grand, 31, $100 for people now, 31. How about 31, 31, 31, I got 3 grand, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 35, 35, 36, 37. How about 37, 36 for that, 37. How about 37, right here, 38, 3800. How about 38, 37, 3800, 800, 900. How about 39, 39, 4,000. How about 4? We're gonna get $4,000. Now 1. How about 41? You're gonna get 41, 41 another, 41, 42, 42, he's 41, 42. 42, 42, what do you say, 42? How about 42, 42, and I saw it over here at 40, 100 another. Now this is that number. 6, come on up, come on up. All right, here we go. 7 is up. And take the car. It does run. Strip of the money here, guys. 80 bucks for the key time. You can't find it, what do you got to pay your time and time? I got time to go, we got time to buck, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. Oh, 16, I got 15,
17?
17, 18, 19, 2 grand. How about you gonna go, I got 19 here, I got 2 grand, anyhow. I got half online, no 2, and a half, no 1. 21, I got 20, 50, 21. How about 21 that are down over here, 21 and a half, and no carry, 22. How about 22, 2 and a half, and 3, we got 23, 1 is 22 and a half. How about 23 and a half, 23, we got 300, 300, and we have solar tank, 22, 50, 56, and he's gonna come up right here for 28. Here we go, 2,000 miles to 66. Yeah. Yeah, should take up. Yeah. All right. Here we go. I got 3. He said 2. Wow. 2 and a quarter. How about 2 and a quarter? 2 and a half. I got 250, 75, not 3, 300, not 3, not 3, 70, not 3, not quarter and a half. And 75 and 4. How about 4? Oh, 4 and a quarter. How about a quarter now and a half? 450, you got 50, 50, 50, and got 4 and a quarter. How about 450, 450, 50, and that's 50, and I want to, 425, number 8, and,
We're on 29, correct?
we are 29 this year. And journey for no minutes, they're gonna run here, what are you gonna say? Are you gonna give me 1,000? Upper comes to go here, 1,000 number 4, 5 another, 3, 3 and a half, 4, 4 and a half. I got 4 right here, 450, and then 550, and 6, and then 50, and 7. How about 7 here, 6 and a half, 7. How about 7? How about 675? Now 7, 7, and a quarter, and then on mine, 75. You guys are over the stop. 75. Now eat, now quarter, 170, 825. And now a half, and that's 75. And 90, and a quarter, and a quarter. 90 is over here, and then a quarter, now half. How about a half? 9 and a quarter here, a half on site, now 75. How about 975? Yes, sir, and 1,000, and 1,000, a quarter. And a quarter, I got 1,000 over here, how much in the quarter? How much in the quarter, quarter, down here, quarter, now half. I got half, here, 50, okay, 75. How about 75, 10 and a half, 75, left. How much, 11 here, 11, not red, not 11, not 11 here, 11, not quarter. Not quarter, now half. 11 and a half, 1150. These are 11 and a quarter. Yeah, 11, 150, not 50, not 50, 50, not 75, and 12. How about 12? You like to call it. 1175, 12. How about 12 and a half? 12, not quarter, 1225, now half. How about 12 and a half? Each 12 and a quarter, 12 and a half. How about 1250? He opens and functions. I get 1250 every solar tank for 12, 25. Uh, 30, 0, okay? 30 to buy it, thank you guys. Here's the old dealer, 330i, right? 400 minutes, sun is right over here, we're gonna get down to the pound sign. I got 300 pounds, not 4, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. I got 350, 50, 30 and a quarter, 350, I'm gonna go 50, 50, 350, 350, now, 75, 4. How about 400, 400, we're gonna go 400, not 4, come on, let's go. How much is it, my beer sitting there? Solar tank, 375, we'll put my number, 375. See, here we go, here comes another week. Mercedes C 300 model here, 400 minutes, to the line here, comes. How about 5? 5 and a bunch on that one, look at that, 2 tone. I got 5 and a half, 6, 600 and a half, and 7 and a half, and 8 and a half, and 9 and a half, and 1,000 and a half. I got them, the dozen here, you're 10 and a half, I need them on that. How about 11 and a half, 11 and a half, and 12, 1,200. How about 12, 1175, now 12, now quarter. And a quarter, he's in the 12 here. Quarter. How much over the quarter, quarter down here, we have no high, no 75. How about 75, you're up. How about 75, 12 and a half, 75, 75, you're in the silver tank. There's 1250 now, there, 1250 now, no, he shot it there. Nicholson, 2 miles. 96, 96 is about right, thank you. On the beam, 2328, I don't think that'll buck up, you're right. I agree with you. Okay, fine, he gets 5 for what, 5, 2, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half. No, I'm not sure how to get that, I see, I have 2 here, 2 and a half. I got a half, and that's 75, 275, 3. But 3, I'm gonna get 3, 275, 3, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half. How about a half, and a half, that's 75, 75, 4. How about 4, I'm gonna get 400, and a 4, and a quarter, quarter here, half square. How about 50, I'm gonna go 50, 50, 4, 50, I got 4 and a quarters on site. How about 450, okay, now 75, that's 75, 4 and a half. How about 475, I'm gonna go 75, 75, 75, silver tank. That's 450, that is just the mile here, number 33. 2016, is on road. Yeah, here, okay, fine, hey, not that, overtime. Overtime, they got 1 pound away, that's a good deal. How about 500 bucks? Yeah, about 5. I got 30, you take a quarter, I got 30, you take a quarter, and a quarter half, now 75, there was 75, and quarter, now quarter, 425, I got 40. A quarter, now half, 75, no pound, a quarter, quarter, and a half, and 75, 75, save $600 and a quarter. And a quarter on mine, now half, no 75, there was 75, 7, not quarter, and a half, you want a half? 75, let me stop, 75 each, 800, not quarter, a quarter now hand, 8 and a half, he's 8 and a quarter, 8 and a half. Hey, how about 50, 50, left 50, left 50, 50, left 50 here now, 75, now 9, not quarter, on side at 9, yes sir. 9 and a quarter, about 9 and a quarter, all right? Quarter. All right, quarter, half. Give me half, and we sold it on site. Oh, can you help me? 9 and a half? No, 75. Sorry about that. I got 9 and a half here on site, 975. How about 975, 75, and I sold it tank. 950 right here on site, second row. The buyer number is, 43, 43 is mine, I get number 34. Yeah, yeah. It's a little dry, that's all. All right, here we go. Here's an OE Toyota Superstar. Yeah, I know. Here, 400, what do they do here? 800, how much 80 here? 3, 4, 5. How much 5? No, 5? No, 4 and a half, now 5. I got a half, I got 5 to say, no half. And then 6, 7 and a half, 6 and a half. And now 7, these 6 here, I need 7, 675, 7, no quarter. How about a quarter? I got 7 over here, a quarter here, 7 and a half, now 75. How about 75? I'm gonna go 775, 7 and a half over here. How about 775, 75, and we sold it back. 750, talking about making it slow. 27 divided, 27 divided. What's up? No, we didn't. That's what I said, so. It's a 91 Chevy. It's a half ton truck, guys, right? Those run to their Honda Medics, to their Honda Sound, try to anybody. I got 13, it's even better. How about 14, 15? I got 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2 grand. And two, you're gonna get 2, you're gonna get 2 grand, 19 over here, 2 grand on mine, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27, 28, and 9, now 3, now 1, 31, 32, 3, now 4, can't see, 35, okay, and 6, now 7, 37, 38, 39, 4 grand, and 4 grand, money's over here, 39. I need 4, get a phone, get a phone, get a $4,000 nice silver tank. 3,900, number 2, I here, 36 car, Quarter hundred minutes, give it a run, give me my time. That place. How about time? Time is here, three get a quarter. Quarter half, 75. How about 75? Now four, now quarter. I got 4 1 cent. Quarter here, 4.5 here, now 75. And 500, now quarter right here, now half, now 75. How about 75? Now six on site, now a quarter. And a quarter, six over here, 6 1/4. How about 6 1/4, and a quarter, right here, we have silver tank for $600. And so what you need, 115, you got it. 115 is mile. All right, 400 men, sit in the line here, who put the time aside? He said, crazy, pick four. I got crazy corner player, crazy, taking a quarter. A quarter half, I had a 50, right here, in 75, it was 75, 375. Four, and a quarter. And a quarter, I got a four on the side. Quarter on here, and a half, that's 75. How about 475? I'm gonna go 75, minus 4.5. How about 475, 475, 75, and we have solar. That's 450 dollars for about for 4 miles. All right, right next, take it around here. Time to go. To get out of the box, I got three, take it apart. Hey, shut one up. I'm about to take a quarter, and that's what we're doing now. You want a half set? We're gonna have to take 75, now four, now quarter, now a half. And 75, now 500, now quarter here, you said it's five. Five and a half, that's even better, 575, six. How about six? 600, now a quarter, now a half, now 75. It was 675, 700, now quarter. And a quarter, now a half, 7.5, now 75, 800. And the read money's here, 775, you eat. How about these have another? I do, right here. And you eat? You wanna go eat? No? So, for 775, let me see your number. Come on, please. Sorry, 110. 110. Here's number 39. All right. On the administrative, we offer the house. Max. How about $1,000? How about $1,000? 1,011. How about 11 here, from here, from another, and that's probably give me half, not half, and a half, and 13 and a half, 13, 15, and right here, then 14, 15, we go 50, 14, 50 to back, 15 and a half. How about 15 and a half? I got a half here, 16. How about 16 and a half, 16 and a half, and he's over here at 16. How about 16, how about 50, 50, right here, now 17 and a half. Other hand, 17, 50, gonna go 50, 50, left 50 go here, 18, no half. How about a half? I got 18 and a half, okay, 19. How about 19? Now half, 19 and a half right here, 2 grand, now half. And a half, now 21 and a half, he's 21 and a half. 21 and a half, 22 and a half. And then 23 and a half. What do you mean? 23 and a half, 23 had got 50, 24, now 50. And at 15, gonna go 50, 50, 24, go, 24, 150, gonna go 50, 50, left 50 on my silver tank. 2400, 2400, another, so, 57, 57 is the mile, it's gonna come on. It's a 2013, okay, you're a previous car. That was done for the Honda Med. It's going to go by here. We got a council. I got council to go here. Council? You want council, man? Or are you just waiting, or are you big trying to get a council? She wants a council. Okay, fine. And now let her tell her she's leaving. Council, yeah. How about 11? Yes, sir. How about 11? Give me half. I got a half. Now 11, not 50. And at 50, 50, I got 11 on a quarter. 75, now 12, now 40, now half, now 75. 13, now 40, now half, now 75, 14, and a quarter, now half, 75, 15, 15, now half, 16, now half, 17 and a half. I got 17 and a half, 18 on line, now half, I'm 19, now you guys are four. I got 19, 19 and a half here, 2 grand. I got 2 grand, now half. I got 2,000 here, 2,050, 21, 21, now half. And 2, 2 and a half, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 23. How about 23, 23, we're 22 and a half, that's 3, now half, now 4, now half. And a half, each 24 this side. How about 24 and a half there, 25, and you got 25? We got 3 guys, 24 and a half, 25 there, 25 and a half. How about 25, 50, 25 is in the middle, 25 and a half on line, 26, now half. How about half, 26 up there, guys. How about 26, how about 50, left 50, left 50, 50, 50, 77, left 50. So you're gonna go 27 and a half. I got 27 on site, 27 and a half. Hey, look up, Josh. How about 27 and a half here, 27, 50, okay, now we, and 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, 20 each here. How about 20, 150, you're gonna go 50, 50, 50, 20, 150, get it up. How about 20, 150, no, nine, here, now, 50, the old we did, last second, 29, 29, I got 29 here. One second, 29 and a half. 15 first, yeah. 29 and a half, no, sorry, one second. Yeah, 29. Any number, then some see a number. 29 is a lot, price. Like 21 is up, it's gonna come on up, okay? 203. Infinity, 235. You get rubbed, sugar, automatic, sugar, the sandwich, title, 39, 2 charge. Hey, you got how much here? 6, 6 of bucks, 3, 3 to 43 and a half, 75 and a whole and a quarter. And I put it in the hand over here in the 75, we're gonna go for 75. And come over here, $5, now a quarter over here. Literature, from the quarter, from the half, 75. About 75 outside, now 6, give me 6, and a quarter. And a quarter, hey, don't look at your phone, look at me, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. 6 and a half, okay, that's 75, now 7, and 7, you're gonna go 7, you're gonna go 7, 7 here, he's 675, how about 7, 7, a quarter, now half, I got a quarter on site, how about 7 and a half, guys? How about 7, 15, you're gonna go 50, 50, yes sir. How about 7 and a half, we simplify it right there, for 7 and a quarter, 7, well, he has his number 1.4, like that. He's off. Here's a little express if there. We don't know so go on, give me 1,000. How about 1,000 go? 3, 3 to 43 and a half. I got 350, you gotta go 50, 74, 400 and a quarter, now half, now 75, now 5. How about 5, now quarter here, half here, 5, 50. And the 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, 50 down, 75, here, 5, 75, 5 and a half, by 75. How about 5, 75, you're gonna go 75, 75, by 75, so good, one line. That's 5, 50, on line, 3, 20, 14, 20, 50, right? So, here's what we're gonna do here. 800? How much is it was? I can't do that. He said 3 to 43 and a half. 75, I'm gonna go 375. And 4 and a quarter here, 4 here, 4 and a quarter. And a quarter, 5 and a quarter, sir. 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half. How about 5 and a half? Okay, now 75, 5 and a half up here, 575. 575, 6 and a quarter. How about a quarter? I got 6 over here, 6 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, here, and so here. That's 600 number, come on, number 6, here. And 6, here. And like he charged, okay, don't forget. How much is it about? 4, 3, 3 and a quarter. I got a quarter and a half, 315, each 3 and a quarter. I got 175, 400 and a quarter, where? I'm using the quarter. You got 4 and a half, that's 75. How about 75, 4 and a half over here, 4, 75 here, no 5, no quarter. And a quarter back outside the 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 75. How about 75, you're gonna go 75, 6, 600, no 6, 75, 6. How about 6 and 9, 6, now a quarter. Add a quarter, you get six. 6 1/4, 6 1/2. How about a half? 650. How about 650, 50, 50, here we sold it. 10. 625. Put on the number 6 5. 625 is that what's that? Here, pull a card. Oh, no, then 40. All right, okay. That's going to be a little rough. Okay. Here we go. And here we go again. How about $800? How about $400? How about four? Three, 3 1/4. How about 3 1/4? Three, each 3 1/4. Now half. I got a half. Each 3 1/4 here. 350. How about 350, 50, 50, 50, 50, 350, and 9, 325. Put on number four here. Five, four, not one. Right here. What are you going to pay the next one? We'll get $500. I get 3 1/4. I get 3 1/4 quarter here, halfway, 350. I got 370, 75, 6, and a quarter, good. A quarter half, now 75, and 7, and a quarter, I think you guys are set. 7 1/4. 775, one line, 800, not quarter. How about a quarter? I get these right here, a quarter. Eight over here, down here, now 75, now 9, how about 9, now quarter, now half, now 75, now 75, 1,000, and 1,000, then a quarter, then a half, now 75, how about 75, now 11, 11, now a quarter, now half, 75, 1,200, now half, 13, now half, 14, now half, and 15, 15, now half, now 16. How about 16? You're going to be 16, only 16 and a half. How about 16? You're going to be 16 and 16 and a silver pen. For 15, 15, 33. All right, here we go, number 7. All right, let's go around here. Somebody give me $80 here, 3 I got 175. Let's go 75 400 $175 quarter. How about 5 1/4? How here? Here quarter now half. 50. And up 50, 50, we're going to go 55, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 75, 75, 600. How about 6, quarter, do you need a quarter? What do you say? 6 1/4. How about 6 1/4? And a quarter here, half, 650. How about 650? That's 75. We're going to go 675, 8, 250, 7. Number 7. Number 7, my quarter. And the number 7 1/4. On the project, and I'm giving you quarters, give me quarters, and give me quarters half. How about a half? 750. How about a 50, 50, you're gonna go 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, and the 50 here, you sold the time. 7 1/4 on, 48 card. What do you say here? Um, That's an easy fix. I usually get about 600, 600, 2 1/4. I get 2 1/4, and the quarter, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/2. But 250, 250, 250, nobody likes it, huh? But 250, 73, 300, what do you say? But 300, 300, 300, 375, number 600, number 49, number 7. So you're going to see for more, another man, so 3 3 1/4. I'm a 3 1/4 and a half, 75 and a quarter, and a quarter and a half, 75 and a half, and 6 and a half. How about a half, and 7, there goes 7 and a half. How about a half, now 800 and a half, 8 and a half, now 9, there goes 9 and a half. I got a half, a quarter, now half, 75, 1,000, now half. How about a half, now 11. How about 11, we down 11, now half, 11 and a half. We're gonna have 12. I got 11 and a half here. 12, 1175. 12. How about 12? Not quarter. How about 12 1/4? Quarter now, 12 and a half, here, 75, 13. How about 13? 12, 75, 13, not quarter. and a quarter, now, how about 1350, now 75, 1400, and now a quarter, and now a quarter, guys, I got 14 here, quarter here, need a half, how about a half, now 75, how about 1475, we're gonna go 1475, 75, 75, 14 and a half, how about 75, and we have solar tank at 14, 14, 15, number 4. And it will come on up here, and it's right? You're going home, man, so the wrong side, we title goes wrong, what do you say? Hey, go about time. I got time to go, it's an extra cat, full size, look at that, I got 3, wow, regular quarter, regular quarter, 3.5. I got 350, now 75, 75, 400. How about 4 and a quarter, now half, now 75, I'm gonna go 75, 475, now 5, and a quarter and a half, and 75, and 6, and a quarter, and a half, and a half, 6 and a half, 7 here, 8 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, 7 and a half, not yet, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, I got 7 and a half on this side, 75, now 8 and a quarter. Add that quarter, we send it 8 and a quarter. How about a quarter and a quarter and a quarter, quarter, down here, quarter, half, what's 75? How about a 75? He's 8 and a half. 8, 75, we're gonna go 75, we 75, here, so, okay. At 850, yes, sir, from, here, 50, 1, 3, 4, right, you're going, to the running, 80, now, somebody. How about he said, three and a quarter, what am I saying, quarter, half. I got 350, 15, gonna go 50, 30, quarter, 3 and a half. And a half, okay, now 75, 400. How about 400, you can total, now quarter here, half where? How about 450, he's 4 and a quarter, 450, 15, gonna go 50, 450, 450, 50, 50, and we have sort of thing. 425, from number 8, 52. There you go. Go, time to go. Who wants time? Who wants time? He said, hey, we take it a quarter. I got paid, we take it a quarter, and a half, we 50. And we got a quarter, we a half, now 75, now 4, now 40. And a quarter here. I'll say the quarter. A half, 75. How about 75? We're gonna go 75, 475, 500 and a quarter. And a quarter, 5 is over here, 5 and a quarter, and a half, 75. How about 75? We're gonna go 75. 575, 575, we go 75, 600 and a quarter, and a quarter, 6 over here. How about 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, now half, that's 75. How about 75, we go 75, let's do first, go. How about 675, we go 675, 75, and I 71 site. That's 650, our number, 50, I got 3 because the quarter, and the quarter, 3, 3 and a half, now 4, and a half. I got a half on my pound, $700, now $600, now 7. How about 7, 75, no 7, not quarter, now half, and a half. Do you want a half this? I got a half, you got a half, now 75, 75 each. How about 8, you guys should move up. How about 8, you want a quarter. You want 70, a quarter, now half, now 75. How about 875, there you go again. 875, 8 and a half up here, 875, 9, a quarter, 9 here, need a quarter, 925. How about 25, now half, a quarter, half, 75. How about 75,000, 9 and a quarter, need a quarter, what do you say, you can, 10 and a quarter. How about the quarter, here, summertime. So $1,000 on one, here, 4, here's I got 3 I got 3 to take it over in the phone, we can take it over, say, nah. I'm at the, and 75, 3 and a half there, 75, 4. How about 475, 4 and a half, 475. How about 75, 4.5 here, 475 on line, 500 and a quarter. And the quarter final is over here, 5 quarter, and the quarter, okay, and a half over here, 50, 5 and a half, 75. How about 75, 6, 600. How about 6, I'm shot, 6. How about 6 and a quarter, 6 here, 6 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter and a half. How about a half, 6 and a quarter is over here. How about 6 and a 15, we go 50, 15, we go 50, 50, okay, 75. How about 75, 6 and a half, 675. How about 75, 75, and now it's 4, thanks. Or 650 online. 55 cars, $100. And a quarter on the other now, 75, and a 475, and a 5 and a quarter, and a quarter, 5 here, a quarter. How about 1 quarter and a half, everybody here? How about 75, 6, and a quarter. And a quarter, and a half, and a 75, and a 75, 7, and a quarter. A quarter, a quarter half. How about half? I got a quarter right here, now I'm gonna have on mine, now 75. How about 75, 1 775, 75, no, so it's at 750 on mine, you got it, right? 857. I got 56, that's the one I have to look at. Have we got 91 car, the green one, too, 3 one, all right, here I got 3, 3 and a quarter. 3 and a quarter, no, got 3, got 3, 3 and a quarter, and a half. I got a hand on a half. How about 350, 50, 350 over here, not 75. How about 75, 400 numbers here now. I do, 4 on site, 4 here, 4 and a half here, and 75. How about 75? We got 475, 475, and 500 down in the 5 here, 500. How about 5, 470 from the 5, 500, and a quarter, I have 5 again. You got 5? I do. How about 5 and a quarter, and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, be a quarter, be a quarter, be a quarter, what do you say? How about 5 and a quarter, and really a quarter, thanks. 5, this number here, 49? 49, 49 is the higher, 49. Okay, yeah, no. This is all, I thought you fine, here it is. Okay, fine, that's my figure wrong, I know, yes, that's a fact, too. I got 4 and a half pounds, we gotta go 5 here, 75, 500 down in the quarter. How about a quarter and a half, how about a half, how about a quarter and a half, I got a half here, now 75, no 6. How about 6, 600, you gotta be 600 dollars, 75, 6. How about 600, 609 is sort of thing. Or 5, 75, close it. 155, you got it, thank you. 55, appreciate it. Around 255, I think it's okay. Quarter hundred minutes, what do we do here now? Something about 5. We'll get 5 and a buck, 3, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. Now, about 350, and at 52, 50 now, 75. About 75, reach 3 and a half, maybe 75. About 75, we got 375, 375, 4 and a quarter, and a quarter. I got 4, 4 and a quarter, and 5, and a quarter, and 5 and a half, 75, 6. About 6, and now a quarter, and now a half, 75, it goes 75, 7. About 7, guys, 87, there you go. About 7, we 7, and we sort of think 675 on mine, 59, how much? Three and a quarter. I got 30, 30 and a quarter on the cheap. a quarter half, about 315, they go 50, 50, 315, 75, can't see him, Erica can't see it, 375, 4 and a quarter. I got quarter, and a quarter, do a quarter, do a quarter, do a quarter, and I saw it, thank. That's 400, number 60, some odd, right? 60. Or cheap, here, two guys, right? For the hundred man, and what we do here is not three, no, I don't think so, three and a quarter. How much three and a quarter do? Three and a quarter? How much three and a quarter and a half? 350, there's a 50, 50, 350, are you ready? How much 350, 50, 350, 50 shots? You got a half? No, so, that three and a quarter, number 68, so 61, 63. And which is, yeah, so feel something, like you said, what do you? I get three and a quarter, I get three and a quarter, and a quarter, three and a quarter, three and a quarter, half. How about a half? I got three and a quarter here, three and a half. How about 350, 50, and 75, 75, I'm sorry, 3 and a half, 75, 4, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, 50, and 75, 75, 5, and a 5, and a quarter, and a quarter, I do, I have time over here, time for a quarter, guys. How about time for a quarter, and a half, here now, 75, 75, that's 75. How about 575, 600, on site here. I mean, I'm not, 575, 6 on site, now a quarter. And a quarter, he's in at 6, over here, a quarter here, a half, that's 75. How about 75, 675? How about 675, 75, 75, 75, then we have solar panel, that's 6 and a half, we'll put them on.
You're on.
62.
You announce it.
Okay, guys, if you've done the cover, you haven't paid yet, come on up. 62, okay, also, protege, 400 minutes, sugar to right, anybody, 800 bucks, 400 bucks. I got 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 475, and 5, and a quarter, and a half, 75, and 6, and a quarter, right over here, 8 and a half, 6 and a half, and 75, now 700. How about 7 and a quarter, 7 and a quarter, 700, 700. How about 75, now 800, now 800, now a quarter, 825. What's the ring to? 825 and a half, 75, 9, what? 9 here, 875, 9, 9, and a quarter. And a quarter here, you hold down, hold in your hand over here, 59, 75. I'm about 75 pounds and dollars on here, and 1,000 days, so a quarter and a half. How about half? That's a 50. How about 50, we're going to 50 now, 75, 100, no, quarter. And now I have that 50, we're going to go 50, 50 now, 75, 75, 75, 75 here, we have.
Second one year.
Solar tank, 1150, 1150. She is, it's gonna be car, number 65. I was 63. 63. Okay, B. How about 800 bucks? I got 3 party. How about 3 quarter hand, 75, 75, 400 down in the quarter, and a quarter on 74 on the plate. How about 4 quarter over here, hand over here, 75, no pound in the quarter, and a hand 75, and 600 dollars, no 6. How about 600, 575, 6 here, no quarter. 7 and a quarter, baby, we saw now. A quarter, 750. And a 57, 42, 7 and a half, 75. How about 75, 7 and a half on site? How about 775? We're going to go 75, 75, 775, 75. We have solar tank. For 750, we'll put on number. Full back, 65 on that. All right, guys, do that. Hit the table off. Hey, give me what time is that? 5, 4, 4 and a quarter. Up to the half, 6 and a half. I got a half, 7 and a half, 50, now waiting, 800, up to 3, get about 50, 900, 950, and a thousand. And a thousand, up to 3, get about 50, 50, 1100 here, get 11. And, I'm going to have 11 12, 12 and a half. How about 13? We got 13, you know, 1350. And a 50, 50, and a 50 here, a quarter, you know, 13, a quarter, 1350, and a 50, and we sold it then. 1325, online. Here's someone just 25, 4, that's 2050. As we on the key chart, awesome. Almost something. How about 5? 5 and a buck? You want 5? How about 5 here, 3? I guess 5 with that. 5 and a half. How about 5 and a half? 5 and a half here. 6. 6 and a half. And a half. 7 and a half. And 8 and a half. And 9. 9, what? And 9 and a half. How about 9 and a half? 9,000. 9 and a half. And 9 with that. How about 11 and a half? How about 11 and a half on 9 here? 12. How about 12? 12 here and a half. How about 12 and a half? 13. How about 13? 12 and a half over here. How about 13 and a half? 13 and a quarter. 13 and a half. You play should be simple. Look at this in what number 75. 75, 14. How about 14 and a quarter? And a quarter and a quarter and a half. 14 and 50. And a 15, you go 50, 50 now. 75, you go 75, 1500. I got 15, give me decent. 15, no half. I got 15 on Sunday. And the 1550, 1550, 1550, we have silver 10. $1,500. 63, somewhere here, 67, 5. This one, $400, sugar around here, make it a million that one. Silver $1,000. I got time to go, time to go, gotta go 5 to the left. 4, 4 and a quarter half, 75, 5. Then 5, 10 and a quarter, then 150, now 75. How about 75? 6 and a half, 7. How about 7 and a half, 8. How about 8, maybe? I got 8 and a half, and 9 and a half. I got 9 here, 9 and a half, a quarter, and a half, now 75, now 1,000. And that's how we go, now a quarter, quarter and a half. I got a half, 75, no, then 100, no better. How about 11, 10, 75, 11, a quarter and a half. How about 11 here, now 75, and a 12. How about 12, 12 now, 11, 75, you 12. I got 12 here, now a quarter, 13 and a half. How about 12 and a half? I got a half, 12 and a quarter, got a half. That's 75, 13. How about 13? That works out. 13, a quarter, now half. How about half? 13 and 50. And 75, 75, 13 and a half. 13, 75, now 14. How about 14? Money, 14, now a quarter. And a quarter, 14 and 3. A quarter here, halfway. How about 1450 now? 75, 75. And now 15, we go 15, 1500. Now half. I got a half, 16 and a half. I got 16 here, 16 and a half. How about 16, 50, 17, 50. I have 17, do the half guys. How about half? In first, your turn. 1750, silver thing, yes sir. 1700 on 16, that's a 4, right? 4 gone, that's 3, wow. How about 3 and 4? How about 3 and a quarter and a quarter, 3 and a half, 20, 50. And 15, we go 50, 50, 350, 350, 75, $400 leftover. How about 400 and a quarter? And a quarter and a half, $175, $500 and a quarter. And 175, and 600 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter? Now half, 650, 75, it goes 675. How about 75, it goes 70%, 700 and a quarter. And a quarter, 7 and a quarter. $800, quarter. And a quarter, here, quarter, in a quarter. That's what please, you know. I'm gonna get 25 and a half. 850. 850, come on, guys. 850, 9, here, give me 9. How about 9? Not quarter. And a quarter, here, stand up and hit the man. How about quarter and a half? How about 915? We're gonna go 50, 50, 950. What do you say? How about 50, 50, we're gonna go 50, and we solar tank. 925, this. Here's number 69, here's 109. Come on. Right, 200, 800. Very important. I got 30 here, bring it forward, in the high, bring it 50, 50, 50, 50, 75, and 4. And a quarter, and a half, and a half, 50, 50, on site, for another half here now, 75, and 5. On the final here, I got another 4, 75, 500, now quarter, and a half here, 15, gonna go 50, 55, 50. And the 50 now, 75, now 600. How about 600? 600, what do we 600? 600 and a quarter, and a half. How about 650? Come on, guys. How about 650, 50, you're gonna have yours anymore now. 6 and a half, 675, 675, 7, not quarter, and a half, now 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 859, ready to go 9,000, now half. How about a half? 1,000 here, 1,050, and a 50, 11, 15, 11, 15, 100. And then 12, 15, gonna go 50, 50, 150, 13, 13, not 50. How about 15, 50, 50, now 14, 14, 15, gonna go 15, what do you say? And 15, 15, no, give me half. How about a hundred, then 16, 16, no half. How about a hundred, 16, 50, 16 over here. How about 16, 150 there, 17, gonna go 17, 17, no half. How about half, 17 here. How about 17, 115, 15, 15, 15, right here. 18, 18, what do you mean? Come on, one more time. 18, 18, 18, 150, 50, and I sold a tank. $1,800, put on number 4. Here's another 2 more. The bond, what do you say? How about $400? 3, 3 and a quarter. I got 3 and a quarter, 15, 75, 4 and a quarter, and a half, 75, and a quarter, and a half, 75, 6 and a quarter, a quarter, 6 and a quarter, and a half, 75, 75, 675. How about 675, 6 and a half, 75, 7 and a quarter, a quarter and a half. How about a half? We're on the hand, 75. Now eat. How about you here, quarter and a quarter, and a quarter? I'm gonna have a 75, I'm gonna go 75, 875. 875 for the food first. 875, no, so the thing. 850 online, 850 online. Here, 71, there's an old two, there's an old four. And here, here. I'm going to come here, it is, it's a long time. Right. How about 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 3 and 4, I got 175, I'm gonna go 75, 75. I got 3 and a half, 3 and 75, 400, now a quarter. And a quarter, 4 and a quarter, 4 here, 4 and a quarter, what do you say? How much 4 and a quarter, half, 75, I'm gonna go 75, 475. How about 75, take coach first, you can. 475, 500, not 5. How about 500 on here, and a quarter, here, give me quarter. How about pound a quarter in the quarter here, pound a quarter and a quarter down here, now, 75. How about 75, put yourself. 575, I'm gonna go 75, 600 and a quarter, and a quarter, 600, 6 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter, and a quarter here, 6 and a quarter, 650. How about 650, 75, I'm gonna go 675, 675. How about 675, 700, you 7 and a quarter, 7 here, and a quarter. How about 7 and a quarter, 7 and a quarter, what do you say? 45, 75. How about 75? Come on, guys, you get that on these. 775, 800. How about 800 number? We have solar panels for $775 on. Right, guys, pay your bills, get your cars out of the yard. And,
Tuesday
we'll see you Tuesday evening, guys, Tuesday evening, okay? And Thursday as well, okay?
Yes, 2 auctions next week.
2 auctions this week.